be at work at this time, but I'm on I'm on the IL list for the night. I'll explain more about that later. I found out today that my boy Jimmy McWright, Jimmy J. Smooth's favorite Memphis Grizzly, Marc Gasol, as he likes to call him, Marc Gasol, has been traded to the Toronto Raptors for Jonas Valanciunas, C.J. Miles, and another player I already forgot off my head. And after I just looked at it, forgot it because I was reading some news about Kansas Lagerald Vick, who I'll talk about in a minute. But I think this trade is pretty damn good. I like to hear Jimmy J. Smooth's thoughts on this shit, and also since he is like the certified PI on something, I want him to find out something, find out from happenings what's going on with the Gerald Vick. But yeah, this wow, shit. Toronto is clearly the beast of the certified beast of the East right now, because you still got Milwaukee, and you got to give credit to the coach Mike Budenholzer for the job that he's doing up there in Milwaukee after getting on down from Atlanta, and he took the job from Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is a fucking winner. And he been in Budenholzer. He's been working. He's been getting on Giannis's ass about working on that jump shot. So Milwaukee is still clearly the beast of the East. But this Marcus Gasol trade, man, this something. This I give this trade an A, not an A plus, A minus, just a straight A. This bolsters up their back front court even a little bit better. And there was a possibility, and there was once upon a time that Jimmy J. Smooth did report on my podcast a while back. Let's draw on something that the Grizzlies were interested in Jonas Valanciunas, and that could have been. I could have seen them trading the first and the second round to get him. That could have helped out Toronto. I mean Toronto. That could have helped out Grizzlies a lot, but they had to get something in return. But in Jimmy J's own way, he did predict it. He predicted that somewhere down the line, Valanciunas is going to mess around and come to Memphis, and I'll be damned if it didn't happen. So I mean, really, Memphis and Toronto and Memphis is getting tit for tat. Now, what Toronto also acquired from Marcus Saul is his penchant for unhappiness. So I'll give him about 3 years and see if he's gonna be bitching and complaining about him being unhappy and all that. Because after all, um, he wasn't happy about Pira making the move to fire Lionel Hollins. He was really bitching about David. He really was behind David Fisdale getting fired, and he didn't want to own up to it until now. So, I would say in more ways than one, he just like Big Bro. But see, Big Bro got more heart than he do. But other than that, and plus, I mean, because Marc Gasol was mad at the fact because Fizdale had him shooting 3 pointers, but literally he know Fizdale was helping this man get his field goal percentage up. And I think in Fizdale's first year, because Gasol was damn near in the top 10 in field goal percentage, and he was like third on the team in 3-point percentage. So the Grizzlies really dropped the ball with Fizdale by firing him, and Marc Gasol caught a lot of ridicule from the entire league for putting in his voice input on that shit. But that Toronto trade, that Toronto to Memphis trade, basically that Toronto to Vancouver trade, if you want to say it in so many words, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So Toronto, I mean, hey, Grizzlies getting something back in return. They getting a good guy with a post game and got an outside shot, and then they getting two other guys that's got an outside shot, and then turn around. Toronto's getting the guy that's really a hybrid big man. He can play. He can play in the post. He can play the stretch big position. So it is what it is. I get that trade a. I get that trade a straight A. And also, I just found out that Lagerald Vick from Kansas is on a leave of absence. ESPN reported he's on a definite leave of absence, but Bill Self said that he has some personal matters to attend to. So more likely, if something did happen, uh, because it's confirmed by his mom, Lala Vick, who lives here in Memphis, that he had to come back home because it was a straight up emergency. So I don't know if he had a death in the family or there's something going on or what, but you know how some of these Memphis cats is. They don't want none of this shit or apropos anybody in the state of just gonna say it, the state of Memphis, Tennessee. They don't want none of their business out in the media or nothing. Because if it does get out in the media, they have fit. So whatever's going on with Lagerald Vick, thoughts and prayers to him. And understanding though, Kansas, they also lost their starting center, and they're on the outside looking in. They're 17-6 right now, 6-4 in the Big 12 conference, and they play host to Oklahoma State. I think, and to be honest about Kansas, and I really don't, and I'm like Jimmy J. Smooth, I really don't talk about Kansas because after what Bill's selfish ass did with Billy Preston, you know, um, fuck them. I'm not saying about as far as Gerald Vick goes. That's a bad boy, but fuck Bill selfish as far as that situation goes with the with that Billy Preston situation. And speaking of that, let me give a special shout out to Rock Chalker. He's on YouTube. I mean not YouTube. He's on Twitter. And a while back he had blocked me. And I'm gonna call him out. He blocked me for calling me racist. So I'm gonna say it again, dog, and I left that alone. But I'm just letting you know, a black person can't be racist. Can't be racist. We can be prejudiced as fuck, but we ain't racist. So if you be so kind, I would like for you to unblock me and we can talk things over. But knowing you probably knowing you probably had probably couldn't probably had the time to afford to pay attention anyway. So, but other than that, I agree with that. The Marc Gasol trade was something, or as Jimmy J. Smooth like to call him, the Marc Gasol trade to Toronto, from Memphis to Toronto. I give it an A. And the Gerald Vick situation, just hope brother, just hope everything is a-okay with you here back home in Memphis. So other than that, y'all, I'm finna kind of relax for a minute. I'm on IR due to the fact I had a little whiplash effect from my job. I'll explain that later in the comments. So